wait a minute. Look at them. Look at them. Erica and Adam. And the double Eddie Danger. Look at her. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Look at Her, the Hey Qween After Show, where our super celebrity guest looks at some of the queens they played with, slayed with, or even laid with, and spills a little tea. Oh, it's hot! Or throws a little shade, only if they have to, but more importantly, tells us something that we don't know. Our guest today is the adorable Eddie Danger.
Hey, I'm here. I'm feeling dangerous today.
Eddie, you've moved from the lap dancer to the guest, and you've given us quite many interesting tales today.
Upward mobility, that's what I'm talking about.
We're trying to get your OnlyFans audience to come and be our audience.
You're going to get a weird audience then.
Yeah, we've already got one. It's all right. Eddie, I just love this little friend of yours made by Miss James Mansfield.
Yeah.
Ooh, look, you're all up in his gut.
Oh my God, it's Erica.
Yeah, well, you do what you can to get people, moving. I know. I'm sure you've had like a reluctant fisting story where you've just helped your friend out by just helping.
Well, he wasn't, yes, but he wasn't a friend.
Oh.
This is definitely the first time we've had this conversation on this season of Hey Qween.
You want to be there for people and fill them up with all the love you can.
Yes, of course.
All right, Eddie, let's get to looking, shall we? You know all these Drag Race queens so well, and we want to hear a little bit of that delicious tea. All right, let us begin. Look at her. James Mansfield, and there you are wearing one of her creations.
That's some rock and roll, baby. Yeah, we filmed that in Milwaukee. It was awesome. James is so cool. I remember seeing him the first time at DragCon, and we met briefly, and I don't know, it just always had like a kinship with the person, and then you look into the artist, and then it's just, it's exactly what I want to see. Well, is it the Madame, the puppet? I think she did a show in P-Town with the puppet, and it's just like all these things about the way she performs and the character. It's just something I feel attracted to, And yeah, she deals with a lot of my bullshit. Always there to cheer me up and give me advice on what I should be posting on my Just for Fans account. She says more foot stuff all the time, and But yeah, anyway, so our experience here with Jonathan, it was like, with all the puppetry and all that.
Right, because when James Mansfield was on, of course, we wanted to highlight her puppetry. Yeah. So we had our resident puppeteer, Jonathan Kidder, come in, and then you got a puppet lap dance, and then you were recently gifted this during quarantine.
Yeah, it was wonderful. Look at him all squished up. Yeah, I'm a big fan of puppets, and James is just so wonderful. Just such a solid person. I think like the person that's kept in touch, like, the whole time I've been working through this career,
Love it. We love James Mansfield. Look at her. Oh. So neat.
Oh, Kylie.
The beauty and grace.
Yeah, she is. And she's right here, too. I was all
yes, she is.
All excited to see this gorgeous face right here. But yeah, it's stunning, just beautiful. Somebody I'm in touch with frequently. We went to Universal once. That was really great. Yeah, I have a huge crush on her.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Now, what's something we, as just a viewing audience, might not know about Sonique?
Oh, well, I don't know. I mean, she likes to watch Jerry Springer reruns.
Oh, yeah?
That's something, yeah. I remember laying around watching those with her. It was really nice.
She's like, this is my favorite episode. These kids need a lot of discipline, and do they ever get it?
It's just so great. Like, she had this this retro app that had a bunch of, like the old Maury Povich shows or whatever, and she was showing me those, and they're just so funny. And she's just such a funny person. The comedic impulse in her is second to none. I love talking to her so much. Yeah, and she's come out to DC a few times, and that's been really nice. And unfortunately, I missed her on this trip, but I don't know, maybe I'll be able to reconnect someday. Rekindle an old flame,
Very nice.
Love her so much.
Brains and beauty, that is our Sonique. Yeah. Look at her.
Wow, okay.
Now, you could have been the third in the thruple, Eddie.
I don't know if I really could have. I don't think the offer was on the table in that specific day.
Nebraska and Derek, you worked with them a bunch of times.
Yeah, Nebraska, I met a very long time ago when I was starting, and he was always a friendly fellow, but I hadn't, like, you know, I had like this new career, and I don't think they knew anything about what this Eddie Danger fellow was all about. And we had this gig in Eureka Springs, Arkansas, which was really a big deal. You know, it was like they put us on billboards and all sorts of weird stuff. And yeah, we had a great time. And in Nebraska, myself and Tina Burner from New York City, we all went to this. They have in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. They have this Jesus. You know, the one in Brazil. Right? What is the Christ? Is it called the Christ? Yeah. They have a replica of that in Eureka Springs, and we broke in there in the middle of the night to go check it out. Really great. Yeah, Nebraska was super fun that time.
Was that because you were go-go dancing and someone yelled at you, "You need to find Jesus," and you were like, "Nebraska, let's go."
Yeah, definitely.
Now, have you been watching them on the Drag Race Vegas review show?
Oh yeah, I think it's perfect. You know, I haven't seen the show. I've seen what they have to offer on it, and I know people have their own opinions as to the involvement of external forces, but it's a reality program, and it's, I think, the closest we can get to having, well, at least the closest we've gotten to having like a Desperate Housewives sort of thing. Am I saying that right?
The Real Housewives.
No, sorry, the Real
Housewives. Yes, it's like the Real Housewives of RuPaul's Drag Race.
I don't know what I'm talking about, but it's so cool to see them carrying on, and we love watching the fights on the show, and why not, you know? And if like that's what Derek brings to the table. She's such a great entertainer. Like, her personality is so interesting, and her delivery of her like insults are even funny. So I don't know. I mean, it works for him, and I wish they had more stuff in that form. You know, I don't know. Hopefully, drag ends up turning into more of a less of a competition reality show, and maybe they start getting gigs acting or something. You know, I mean, more than they have.
Well, we could definitely watch a show about Nebraska Derek Thruple show, because that is good TV.
I think it'd be interesting, yeah.
All right, look at her. You go way back with this diva. It's Detox.
I do. I love Detox so much. When I started at Secrets when I was a really young guy, and I've always been secluded, so it's hard for me to kind of feel like I belong anywhere. And she came on tour. She was doing Town Dance Boutique, which is also closed in DC, and she was brought up to Secrets, and I was wearing a Kesha shirt or something, and she said, "Oh, that's my friend," or something. I'm trying to do the Detox voice, I really can't, but then it kind of, we made a connection that night, and surprisingly, I don't understand how these people remember me, but from that instance, we just kept in touch, and she's come out to DC. We've hung out there. We've met up at clubs here, and just a solid person. I'm super excited about her success, and like the fact that she bought this beautiful house and she's having a great time in Chicago. Like, that's just, it makes me happy to watch her like kind of just get everything she wants now. At least that's how I'm perceiving it.
Now, Detox loves to party, so I can imagine you must have a wild story from your times with Detox.
She gave me a really enjoyable evening in New York City and some rooftop somewhere with Marco. I remember we were all having a really great time there. So maybe that'll jog her memory. And yeah.
Oh, okay. These are some of these. Look at hers are very cryptic, Erica.
Yeah. Very cryptic. I need deets. No. I need deets, Miss Thing.
No. She's keeping it lock and key.
Well, no. To speak on that, at least to be transparent, I mean, Detox and I haven't made love or anything, and I just don't. I don't feel like I want to gain the reputation of somebody who like kisses and tells. Because I'm not like a star fucker in this industry. I carry on, and sometimes I'll meet people, and sometimes we'll hit it off and it'll turn into something, you know? But I don't want people to meet me and think, this guy is only fucking me because he thinks I'm gonna get him somewhere. It's like, no, I like androgynous people, and the more feminine you are, the more I connect with that, you know? I'm just like, I like your energy. And I've had like these relationships that a lot of people that are, you know, in the scene, I think just because we'd be booked together and I'd be like, I like that person a lot. Let's fuck, you know. You know, it's usually it doesn't end poorly ever, and I don't really talk about it. some people have opened their mouths. I've heard a few people say things on this show before. I think it got edited out though. So
Yes, Eddie, I'm always trying to cover for you. But you actually spilled your own tea just there, even though you thought you didn't. Hello, children. Click here. Click here. And subscribe. You're welcome.